What's going on, guys? Got another AMC update for y'all here today. Before we get started, remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so do what you want with this information, but it is for educational purposes only. Give this video a quick thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any future AMC or stock market updates. Now let's go ahead and get right into it because I have a lot of information to get out to you guys today. Pre-market, we were down $1.49. We can see a deliberate strike right here to short the stock before it opens. That way they can push it down as much as possible. And when people wake up and see that it's down, they're hoping that a bunch of people are going to say screw this and sell, but we all know 99% of the apes that are holding are here to hold until that short interest is zero. So we're not at all worried about this little attack, as we have seen attacks like this many times before. Dark pool trades 99% not reported. Kudos to YOSW4Y on Twitter for releasing this data. This is insanely and true depiction of just how desperate they are starting to get. Share this post as far and wide as you can. So if you go ahead and look at this at the different timestamps for AMC, we can see the volume going through the dark pool that was not reported. The not reported was a volume of 613,159 or $37.2 million in that $50 to $60 range, which is absolutely incredibly insane to see this, because we all know that it's going through the dark pool, but we didn't know that at times there has been moments where 99% of that went through the dark pool wasn't even reported. So the numbers we saw are drastically undervalued compared to what they actually were. This is just a good idea of what is going on right now in the stock market with two other stocks that are trying to take off. DWAC, as you could see from the weekend, if you didn't know, if you didn't get on this play like me and you just missed out, this thing went from about $5 a share all the way up to 150 before it was shorted 20.896 million shares, which was 53% of all the volume. It's absolutely insane that they just decided to short it really hard so that it couldn't keep going up, because it was still going strong. And then this thing pumped down all the way to 85 and then went back up and is holding around 100 right now. Fun had 131 million shares in short volume, 55% of all the volume today. So you can see that this is something they do consistently when they don't want to lose a ton of money. And this is what we're trying to stop them from doing. They should not be able to do this. They shouldn't be able to just stop it whenever they feel like it because they're losing too much money. They shouldn't be able to control it, because that's not a fair and free open market. And that's what we're fighting for. That's what we're going to the court case for today. And that's what we're trying to change. Just in numerous unconfirmed rumors that SHIB will be on Robinhood tomorrow. If you're on Robinhood, I highly suggest you get out. But this is good news. Being that SHIB is being listed other places just means that more people can buy and more volume will be going through it. Expect to see a little bit of a shoot up from SHIB this week if it is going to be on Robinhood. Citadel goes to court today to say they are protecting retail investors. That is their stance, their standpoint. They say that they do all the things that PFOF and that all these other things help retail investors, and it's better and faster and makes more sense and all this stuff that they think we don't pay attention to, that they don't think we do digging and research on. But they're not trying to protect us. They're trying to protect themselves. They're trying to protect their assets, and they're trying to get away with as little of a fine as possible. So they're going to try and play the good guy if they can. Citadel takes SEC to court to stop millions of retail investors from breaking the system. That is more around what they are trying to do, that they think this system is good and that the market is open and fair and free, when in reality it is not at all. And I'm really, really hoping this morning at 9:30 when this court case happens, we can really start to expose some things and people start to look at this, and this gets a lot more exposure than it already has, so we can see this thing take off, because I'm ready for the MOAS. I know you guys are ready for the MOAS. We're all ready to be rich. Who isn't? And I'm also ready for this market to have a change, because I'm ready to be able to freely trade and not lose my money because they decide to manipulate it so that they don't lose theirs. I want to be able to make money on things that I do research on and that I put my time and effort into, without being scared that the government is going to manipulate it and take my money, or that these hedge funds are going to manipulate it and take my money. So a little bit of research this Twitter account did on AMC from 2017. If you go all the way back to 2017 to now, you can see so much pressure going downward of all the shorting. You can see exactly when they started, as this was creeping up, and then they hit it real hard right here, and you can see just a straight downward trend up until currently we are over here. And this is the highest AMC has ever been, and this is really good outlook for AMC, but this just shows you how long they've been doing it for. We've been holding for anywhere from a couple days to year, and it's been shorted. We didn't really know that it's been going on since 2017, and that just makes it worse because that just means the shorted shares out there or the synthetic shares out there have to be billions of shares, which is the most we have ever seen on the market, and this would be the most that has ever been exposed by the SEC as well. Anyone want to talk about how other than Sheeb and Doge a little bit, all the crypto crap the bed? It's not retail selling. Nobody is selling their crypto to buy another crypto because if you're buying Sheeb, you could throw like a little bit of money into it and it can get you a ton of shares. And if this thing pumps, you can make a lot of money. So people aren't really worried about selling off other crypto that is valuable to buy Sheeb. They're pumping it to distract you as they liquidate. They're trying to liquidate their crypto position so that they can afford to short AMC even more. They've been doing this. This is something I talked about a couple months ago and said that they would probably do, that we could see a little bit of a crypto crash while they liquidate all their positions so that they can try to make some money to continue to short AMC, because they're not going to give up until they're forced to give up. So they're going to do everything they can to try to save their butts. Breaking news, Yellen, along with Wyden and the Finance Committee, is proposing taxing unrealized capital gains. So basically what this would be is they would tax anything you make throughout the year on stocks and income, whether you pull it out or not. So if you make $100,000 on AMC this year, but you never pulled the money out and it's still invested, you would still have to pay the tax on that. And a lot of people are really, really upset at this, but honestly, I think that this is more aimed at the billionaires and millionaires and one percenters, because they don't pay tax on anything they make off the stock market, practically nothing. They practically have no capital gains tax for them. So I think that's what this is doing, is it's trying to aim it at those one percenters and the people that have been getting away with no taxes for decades. So I don't know for sure. We don't know for sure because this is, again, all rumor, all speculation. So until they really come out and say this is what we're doing, we don't really know, but that is something that could be on the table. 2.5 to 5 billion synthetic shares need to be covered on top of 90% of the float owned by retail as of now. Remember this stuff. 5 billion synthetic shares when we own 90% of the float already is absolutely insane. When they have to cover all of these synthetic shares, the price action is going to be out of this world. You're going to be filled with so much excitement, you won't even know what to do. That's why I'm holding as long as it takes. I don't care how long it takes. I will hold until this is over and we have won. From January 2020 to January 2021, Wall Street bets and pocket brokers caused a large inflow of retail. Citadel Execution Services could not handle order flow. They called Virtu Americas to help. Order flow was not being bought from pocket brokers. Margin got really, really tight. They could not help, so they called Citadel Securities. During the swap and synthetic creation, synthetic longs through derivatives, they removed the buy button. Then they paid Melvin Capital to take the other side of that trade, and then they were back to normal, sending orders to the dark pools to control flow and price again. To this day, synthetics are being made daily and hidden in options and ISDA contracts. Dark pool volume will continue to stay the same due to people not ordering direct. I think this is absolutely true. I think this is something that happens all the time. I think they are daily synthetic shorting this through the options, ISD contracts, and the dark pool. And this is, again, all speculation, but I think this is something that is very insightful and very informative and could be very true. I think he made great points here, and it's just something that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. That back in January when they were struggling to do stuff, there was a lot more going on behind the scenes that we didn't see, and I'm really hoping we can see that through this court case, that a lot of this will get exposed. Go ahead and get into the price action for today. I really do expect them to dump this as much more as they can, especially while the court case is going on. But since we are having that court case, we are going to get a lot of attention. So do expect a lot of buying pressure coming from this dip, which is huge and good. I'll probably be doing the same because this thing is absolutely discounted off the charts. I'm going to buy when it's at this level as much as I can, as much as I can put into it. And I hope that everybody else is going to do the same. But again, that is not financial advice. This is just for educational purposes only, and it is really only a simulation. So be ready for a red day. Be ready to see a lot of manipulation, but pay attention to Twitter, pay attention to Reddit, pay attention to the news on this court case. You want to know everything that's coming out. You don't want to miss anything. So also join the free Discord in the description because we will be talking about it on there. We talk about the stuff daily that goes on with AMC when it happens, so you'll be the first one to know what's going on. You'll be the first one to get other plays on the market where we see the possibility of making a profit, and it's a great community where we can just all talk and express how we feel about the stock market and be able to teach each other, because we're all on this journey together to get rich, and we're all on this journey together to learn more about the stock market. But that's about all I have for you guys today. So have a great day. Keep being an ape, keep holding, and until next time, peace.